Hello and welcome to week 6. So you are at about the halfway mark of the semester. It is flying by from my perspective, but you have made it to about the midterm mark. So this week in that's 121, you will have your midterm exam. So that is due by the end of the week. Everything is actually open for 2 weeks since we have spring break for those of you who like to get a head start. Maybe get a couple things off of your plate and make some room in actual week 6 for either this course or other courses. So along with the midterm exam, this week I've provided some study skills resources for you. And then our other focus is going to be kennel maintenance. And with kennel maintenance, another logical topic would be personal protective equipment or PPE. We've already kind of touched on that in the last couple weeks, but it's kind of a continuation and we'll dive a little bit deeper into it. So last week was zoonotic diseases, and then this week we are going to look more at infectious diseases that are common in the veterinary practice and how we prevent the spread of disease between our patients. Okay, so you have one discussion due on Thursday, and then 2 assignments, and the midterm is due by the end of Sunday on week 6. Reading assignments for this week are all contained within Brightspace, so there are no additional reading assignments in your required textbooks. Do look these things over. None of them are particularly time consuming, but they have a lot of good information in them. This article here is what I'm calling a common article, so you'll all need to read that before you participate in the discussion for this week. So the discussion for this week is common infectious diseases. So you will go ahead and read that article. There's numerous different infectious diseases mentioned in that article. And so what you're going to do is you will choose one infectious disease of the cat, one affecting the dog, and you will research it a little bit further. You will summarize some information in your own words, and you'll provide 3 to 5 key facts, including ways to prevent spread of disease, right? And as always, you will respond to 2 of your peers after you have made your initial post. Okay, so that is the discussion. There are 2 assignments for this week, and the first one is all focused on, it has to do with kennel maintenance and also wearing personal protective equipment or PPE. So both of these assignments are pretty interactive or kind of real world situation where you get to apply your knowledge to them and answer some questions. So this first one here, labeled PPE, you're going to read through the scenario and then answer some questions. When you open up this assignment, you'll see there are four or five attachments. So you'll watch some videos, very short. I think most of them are 2 minutes in length. There's one, I think that's 5 minutes. They're all very short, but a lot of good information. Watch those. The SDS sheet is also attached. So you have everything contained in this assignment area to answer these questions, and then you'll submit just a document to me answering those questions and things that are there. For the second one, it's kind of similar. There are some attachments, so you watch some short videos. There's also a checklist provided for some kind of like housekeeping items and things to think about when keeping a facility clean. And there's a prompt there for what I'm looking for. You can submit a Word, PDF, or Google Doc. You can also just submit text in the Dropbox. So there's prompt questions there. So that'll be an individual assignment submitted to me as well. Okay. Study resources for this week. There is a midterm review with 55 questions in the form of a Kahoot. And then I've also provided a couple other resources here for taking multiple choice questions. You will find, or tests rather, you will find in the vet side that most of your tests and quizzes are going to be multiple choice. You might have a few true and false, But we do that specifically because when you get to the VTNE or the Veterinary Technician National Exam, when you take that and sit for it, that is going to be the format of it. So if you're not already aware, there are some test taking strategies to help you take multiple choice tests. So this is just a short little video, some good information. I've also included a link to Texas A&M. This is another short video and all about active study plans. So I encourage you to take this time to evaluate your own study methods, what's working well for you, what's not, what could you switch up, what could you do differently. It's got some good ideas in there, or just an approach to how you study. So take a look at that. And think about, your plan of attack for this class and for other classes that you're taking as well to get through midterm exams. So midterm exam, I sent out an announcement or part of my weekly announcement last week, just to kind of let you know what to expect. It is cumulative, so anything from week 1 up until now is fair game. And those questions are mainly going to come from the reading textbook assignments. So basically chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. The exam uses Respondus, and there's instructions there for you. If you haven't already used that in another class at this point, it should be pretty straightforward. And with that, you are halfway through the semester, just about. I hope that you've had some time to kind of unwind, decompress during the spring break, and welcome back.